Hey peeps, welcome to NasTime. Today I'm going through what I call my grab bag. This is a basic bag that I always keep handy. It contains my basic survival gear and pretty much anything else I might need on a day trip or anything like that. It's really important to carry a bag like this in my opinion if you're out for driving or camping or anything like that. If you do tend to wander off from your camp or your car, at least you know if you ever get lost, you've got everything you're going to basically need to survive. So let's get into it, guys. Go through the bag. Now if there's anything you think I've missed or anything that you think is worthwhile, please let me know in the comments below. Let's get into it. So the bag's basically a high country bag. I think it's about a 15 litre or so bag that I picked up from Aussie Disposals. Just a basic bag, nothing particular about it, but it is quite a comfortable bag with lots of little storage pockets. So that's what I found handy. So on the outside here, start with, I've got a beanie there, just in case it does get cold. I've also got one of these sock things that go around your neck. It serves quite a few purposes really. It can be used as a water filter, wiping yourself down, 101 uses quite frankly. I've got a bandana there. Again, just another little lightweight item that can be used for multiple things. And that's it in that pocket. On the outside here, I've got little carabiner, just a cheap carabiner if I'm ever hanging things. Lots of little carabiners on there. I've got a little thermometer. This is just a cheap carabiner one. Little thermometer and a compass, and it's just handy to have. Another carabiner. I've got an emergency whistle. Really important to have one without the ball, and to make sure that if you are in a wet situation or it's raining or anything like that, they're still going to hear you. I've also got a little microfiber towel here, just a little compact towel, and that stays in there all the time. Obviously if you're out on a hike, you want to wipe yourself down, that sort of thing. And got a little pocket in the back here that I tend to carry my maps and stuff. Again, in a waterproof packaging, and I'm actually down here at the RJ Hamer Arboretum, just out of Melbourne, just in Nalinda. It's a great little place for a hike. I'll probably do a video on it one day, so be sure to subscribe and stay tuned for that one. Now in the main compartment, we've got a number of items. I've got a poncho here, so if it does get wet, obviously you want to get yourself covered and keep yourself as dry as possible. Obviously if I'm going for a big hike, I would take something a little bit more substantial, but that's always in there as a backup. In here we've got another little item. This is actually a chainsaw. To be honest, I haven't used this stuff for so long, and I haven't gone through this bag for so long, I've kind of forgotten what's in there. But that's essentially just a little hand chainsaw if you like, and you know, if you are out there and you need to chop up some wood, obviously that's going to come in very handy. Now we'll give you a close look at all these items of course. And now some deep, good quality Bushman's anti-bug spray. This is my go-to bug spray. It's probably one of the best bug sprays that you can have around, to be honest. A nice little compact packet. I've got that in the car, in the house, pretty much everywhere, one of those things. I do have a little torch. Now, there you go, it actually still works. So, you know, look, that's just a tiny little torch, but it's always there and always handy. Like I said, if I'm planning a bigger hike, I will take items that are a little bit more relevant to the hike. But obviously, like I said, this is my backup stuff. I've also got here, this is my Leatherman little tool. So it's just a little multi-tool. It's got some pliers on there, screwdrivers, scissors, pretty much everything. It's a great little tool. It's the Juice KF4. I've had this for quite a while. Might do another review on it at some point, so stay tuned for that one, or check up here to see if I've already done it, and I'll leave a description. I do have some fold up specs. Now if I do lose my glasses or have any problems, I can also use that to start a fire in the sun and that sort of stuff. So again, multiple uses, which is really important with any of your gear, to make sure that it's got multiple uses. I do have a pen, should I require that. I've got a little anti-mosquito little unit. It's just a little buzzer essentially that buzzes away, so if I'm out at night and getting attacked by bugs, a little bit of backup. Do have another poncho there, handy if someone else comes along, a little bit more compact. Can also be used as a tarp or anything like that. And I do have a better quality compass, of course, should I need to find my way home or find my direction. Now, probably the most important item here is my safety bag. So this is essentially a waterproof bag, a dry bag, keeps everything nice and tidy and organised, and safe should I get caught out in the water, or should I get caught out in the rain, of course. I've got some little gaffer tape, some nice strong tape. These are some waterproof matches, really handy to have. Make sure you always are prepared for starting a fire. Got a life straw, absolutely important if you don't have your water. Now, of course, I always take a water bottle with me, and ideally you will have a metal water bottle that you can use to store or treat water should you need to boil it. I've actually got a tick remover. That's part of my first aid kit, and that's essentially what I use should my dog be coming with me and start getting attacked by ticks. Another little saw, just a little mini saw. I'll give you a closer look at that. Some fire lighters, just to help, especially if it's raining and bad weather. That's going to make it a little bit easier to start a fire. Of course, you've got a flint as well. Should the matches get destroyed or anything like that, that's going to make it a little bit easier to start your fire as well. Never going to rely on using bits of wood to start the fire. Got a heavyweight crepe bandage. Of course, if you're going to get bitten by a snake, you're going to need something like that. And that's a look. Let's not put fear into everybody. I haven't ever really come across many snakes in the wild in Australia, but you know they are out there. And it's always better to be safe. We've got some paracord, again really important, and that has multiple uses as well should you need to be out fishing or anything like that, making a shelter or anything like that. Got my little first aid kit. Now this is just a very basic unit essentially, but in there I do have a one of those foil blankets, emergency rescue blanket. I do have, this thing is basically a big red, you can use as a tarp or anything like that. You can lay it out to help emergency services make it a bit easier to find you. And I do have some basic medical band-aids and tweezers and stuff like that in a little waterproof case as well, just to make sure they're all protected. Again, this is emergency bag. So this is again a kind of like an emergency blanket, but almost like a sleeping bag, so you can get into it and lie. So it's going to keep you a little bit warmer, a little bit more protected from the weather. And that was just, not even sure where I got that from. I think it was just a cheap one off eBay, to be honest. But it's always going to be handy if you need it. Got some more tape here, just some leukoplast tape, so should you need it for blisters and that sort of stuff. I've got, I know what I've got it comb for, but might need to get some ticks out of the dog, but that came together as part of the kit with this mirror essentially. So again, mirror that can be used for flagging down some planes or emergency services and that sort of stuff. It's just a little basic mirror that I picked up somewhere. And lastly, I've got a little tiny sewing kit, so should I need to make any mends to my camping equipment, tents or anything like that, it's just always handy to have one of those along. So there you go, guys. I'll give you a bit of a close look around all this, but that's pretty much all my gear. Now, I'm sure I've missed stuff. Over the years, I've never needed any more than this. I've never needed a lot of this gear because I'm always taking it safe. But again, if you think that you've got some more ideas to add, add them in the comments below, and that's going to help a lot of people out. So thank you very much, guys, for joining me on this video. Look forward to seeing you all again. We'll catch you in the next one. Thanks, guys.